Hello everybody, it's Robb Moffett. Guys, we're going to have a good video today. My Canon camera, it's broken. And my backup Canon camera, it's broken. And my backup Canon camera, well, it's sort of like I film with it, but it sounds like I'm filming through a potato. So, a potato. I said, you know what, let's just do a video today where we have a screen capture, and that's what we're going to do. We're going to go over the videos or the video makers, the YouTube channels that I like, that I watch a lot in 2019. I always like finding out what other people like so I can learn and maybe pick up some new channels to watch. Maybe you guys would like the same. You can see the stuff I've been watching. On my channel, I have some people I feature, I watch all the time. I've done videos on them before, and I'm going to do another one on them, I think, next week. I didn't want to make this video too long, so I'm not going to talk about my feature channels that I watch all the time and I feature on my channel, but just people who I randomly watch more often than not on YouTube that you may not know about and you may be interested in finding out more. So let's start. First one, this is alphabetical order, is it's called Active, I think it's Active Thread, Active Shooter, Active. I'll leave a link up on the screen or at the video description. This is a video channel that shows people what happens in reality when people are robbed. We all have an idea what we would do or what would happen whenever someone is going to come at us with a gun or a knife or whatever. These are videos of real crimes in action, and you see how people respond and more likely how you're going to end up responding to. And it's very educational. You can learn a lot from it. This one is Alex. I didn't think I would like this channel as much. It's a French guy about cooking, and he's very passionate, of course. He's French, but in a way he's also very American because he's very confident, and like he does a lot of do-it-yourself in his video. When he's working with something, a pasta machine or a roller or whatever, he'll actually redesign it and remake it or actually build a new one. So it's not just cooking, he's actually trying to make whatever it is perfect. He's a perfectionist, and even though he doesn't always know what he's doing, he'll go to learn and try and build it again and learn from other people and make whatever he needs to make what he wants perfect. And I've really enjoyed watching because it's not just cooking, it's not just crazy French guy, but like he's into do-it-yourself stuff too in a way that's above my level. He's very good. I like Alex. He's a funny guy. He's worth watching. Also, he's a good cook. This is Aqua Sugar. For some reason, when I first started watching Aqua Sugar, I wasn't sure if I was going to like him because I think I was just jealous all the stuff he was finding. But then I said, you know what, Bob? The man gets into a lake and a river up to his neck in water that's got a dead possum floating in it. I don't like to get in a pool with some old person swimming. You know, like he's found tons and tons of stuff that's really amazing. He's a really good guy. He's affable, friendly, and humble. He's a really good channel, and he deserves all the views he has. Well, 1 million subscribers. What do you think? That's the thing about the people I feature on my channel. When I first started featuring them, they didn't have a lot of views. So I didn't want to feature people on my channel that had millions of views, where there are a lot of people I watch that have quite a few views, like Aqua Sugar, that still people may not know about. He's worth watching. If you like metal detecting, he's one of the good ones. This guy, I just started watching him in the middle of last year, Bald and Bankrupt. He's an English guy that goes all over the world, mostly Russia and parts of Europe that nobody goes to, or parts of South America nobody goes to, or maybe India and so on. And the good thing about him is he'll go to places and interact with people, and you get to see people in places you never visit, nobody talks about, it's never in the news, and you realize they're the same as us in many ways. It really humanizes people who sometimes in the press, they like to demonize Russia or, or this is bad, that's bad. No, he's out there interacting with these people one-to-one, face-to-face, and it's really heartwarming sometimes. He's also crazy as a bedbug. He'll be in the middle of some place 100 miles from nowhere in a little town where he can't speak the language. He stumbles across an old factory, and for some reason he wants to go, and he's fascinated by certain types of old Russian architecture. I don't get it, but that what makes the channel interesting. He'll go inside this factory. Now the little kids in the town, they're fascinated too. They know what this guy's doing. So now they follow him inside the factory now. And I don't think he realizes he's in the middle of a town where nobody speaks his language. And he's in a deserted factory with a bunch of little kids. I say, run, Bald, run. He scares me half to death. Like, I think bad things are going to happen to him. Like, he's got a little $300 Sony camera. He's filming in the middle of nowhere. And, like, I think sometimes it's like the last thing we're ever going to see of him. But it's a really addictive channel to watch. I really enjoy it when his stuff comes on the next thing, because you never know where he's going to go, what he's going to do, what's going to happen to him. It's fun to watch. These guys, Bob and Brad, they have 1.6 million. They deserve a lot more. They are physical therapists. They show people how to do exercise things to help them with their joints and their muscles and their body and so on. If they have any, all for free. I've been doing exercises that I learned when I was a kid, and I watched their show, and I found that there's much, much better exercise with possibility of hurting myself by doing their exercise. So they've helped a lot of people. And that's why I make my videos, mostly for helping people. And I really like how they inspire people and help other people to be healthier. And they're also enjoyable, fun to watch too. They've got a good channel and a good style. I like them. This is a person new. I just started watching late this last year. She's in Newfoundland, and she focuses on Newfoundland cooking, which I didn't even know was a thing. And a lot of these are like comfort foods that are very appealing to me. And she's got a good style. I make stuff you don't normally see people cover. It's enjoyable. Brian Tracy, one of my favorite motivators is Tony Robbins. One of my favorite people to help you get started and actually do something is Brian Tracy. He's got a wonderful set of videos and books on self-improvement and on getting things done. I really like him. Can't recommend him enough. Captain Shane is a professional fisherman. He is a charter fisherman here in town. He goes fishing for a living, and he does these videos on the side, and they're excellent videos, and you can learn a lot from his videos. This video here, it's like going to an aquarium. It's an underwater video of some freshwater canal here in South Florida that I was amazed at all of the fish that was there. It's worth watching just for that alone. This is probably everybody knows Catch 'em all fishing. I don't think Catch 'em all, I forgot his real name, I don't think he's that good of a fisherman. However, I don't think there's anybody on YouTube that's better at making YouTube videos. He really gives people what they want. I could never do what he does. He's embarrassing. Every time he catches a fish, he squeals like a little girl, even though he's caught 10 the same day. He does stupid, silly things that I think youngsters like to watch, and just grow and grow and grow his channel. He's got millions of subscribers now and viewers. And look, fishing with a chicken. How to catch fish with a knife. If my father, bless his soul, saw me watching a video how fishing with a chicken, he'd wonder like what was wrong with me. But this is how you get views. This is a guy who is a YouTuber. He's not the best fisherman in the world, but if you want to know how to make viral videos and make a lot of money on YouTube, just go watch Catch 'em all. He could probably give up fishing and do a channel on reading the phone book, and he would probably end up getting 1 million views because he'd figure out a way to make it entertaining. And it's if you want to make a lot of money on YouTube and make viral videos, this is a good channel to watch. This is something I watch a lot every day. Is paint. They have a live cam at the Dania Pier. They got 4 of them, so you can see people fishing. You can see the beach. You can see the waves coming on the shore, and you can get an idea of what's going on here at the shore on the beach at Dania. Daniel Caselli is a guy who lives in Paraguay. Um, he sails a lot of small boats that I like. I don't speak Spanish, but he's responded politely and kindly to any message I've left on his channel. And I wish he would do more about Paraguay. It's a really very interesting country, but I like the little. I know I'm never going to go to Paraguay, and I really like the little boats he uses. And he's a nice guy. I think if you like sailboats, you might want to check him out. Dr. Brewer, Ford Brewer, he's got AFib just like I do, and he has been revealing what he takes for it. And he's also been an emergency room physician and transferred to focusing on preventive medicine. And that's what his channel is all about, how to not get the main things that end up killing people here in this country, all over the world, in fact. Right now he's focusing a lot on inflammation and prediabetes, which he thinks is a very serious problem that's not getting a lot of much attention as it should get. I like his channel quite a bit. He does respond, surprisingly, to a lot of the messages that people leave on YouTube channel. He also has a Facebook channel I think he may be more interactive with. But I've learned a lot from his channel. Good guy. The next one is Dr. Gupta, Sanjay Gupta. When I had my AFib, I had an ablation about a year or so ago. I don't have it right now. I hope it never comes back. But before I had my ablation, I learned more about my heart and AFib and other heart ailments from Dr. Gupta than my cardiologist. He's a very good guy. He responds to his questioners on YouTube and on Facebook. Can't recommend him enough. Now, I love comedy more than drama, more than almost any other video or movies or any other form of entertainment. I like comedy a lot. And there's a lot of comedy. It's very coarse and blue, and you can't watch it with the family. And it's just, they're really shooting very low. You know, they're not. Where this dry bar comedy, it's all clean comedy, which is not that easy to do. And some of them are. I'm not familiar with this person, but some of the people they feature are really amazing. I like this channel quite a bit. You can watch this with anybody in your family. If you like sailboats and you like beautiful videos, this is the guy to watch. He has the best videography on sailboats, small sailboats on YouTube. He does a lot of sailing with other boats, so he can film them while he's sailing, so you get to see. If you got in your boat and you film, you don't get to see your boat sailing. Well, he films with a lot of beautiful, small wooden sailboats that look really nice here in America. And now we don't have the number of beautiful boats they have over in England and Europe, but we do have a few, and he photographs them very well. One of the best pleasant, relaxing small boat videos you're going to see is on Eye in Hand. This guy I really hate. He makes it look so easy to make cooking videos. He's got 3 million viewers. He's got pretty much the same routine. He does the same each video. He's got the same way of talking, the same way of doing his videos, and each time it comes out flawless, and it looks like it was made so easy. Really good videos, really good food, and I don't like it. He shouldn't be able to do it this easy, but he does. It's excellent channel. Not as good as Buck, but yeah, he's pretty good. This guy, I don't garden anymore, but if I did, I would watch him religiously. He's very innovative and got really good ideas on gardening. He's got the best videos on container gardening that I've seen. You want to check him out. I may end up doing more gardening on my balcony again, just because of the motivation I've gotten from his channel. This is old Gigmaster. America is not as old as Europe. In Europe, they find lots of coins and artifacts that are hundreds, even thousands of years old. America, we don't go that far back, but Mr. Gigmaster here, he manages to find almost every month coins that go back as far as you can go here in America. He finds artifacts that are really, you would be thrilled to have in your lifetime, just to get one. He finds them all the time because he works really hard at it. But he's got a wonderful attitude and very upbeat, optimistic, pleasant guy. He should have more viewers, I think. He's a very good channel if you like metal detecting. This is, I kept most of my political stuff out of this review. I do have some political videos that I watch a lot. I didn't want to put them in there because everybody has their own opinion. But I want to throw in Greg Hunter because he interviews a lot of people talking about economics. Quite a few of them are kind of that economic doom porn where they're all, going to die. You need to buy gold and silver and food, and which I actually agree with most of but they've been saying it for 20 years. But it's going to happen eventually, so, But he does interview quite a few people that you won't find anyplace else that give you fresh, new information about things that help you connect the dots. Like he'll have like Catherine Austin Fitz and talking about the missing trillions of dollars that nobody's been able to determine what happened to it. And, you've probably never even heard about it. A lot of other people that you don't see on other news or economic business channels talking about things that swept under the rug. He's a very, very good interviewer, and I like him a lot. I recommend him highly. This is everybody knows Hickok. He doesn't like the little pistols. I like the little 22s and stuff, but anything above him, he likes them quite a bit. I like his channel. This is Jack. What is his last name? Goodness. I forgot his last name. Well, Jack. I'll think of it later. But he's got two channels. This is the one he throws in some blue stuff. But he cooks for a living. He does the videos in the restaurant, and he shows you how he cooks in the restaurant, which is kind of unusual. And it's not Gordon Ramsay, but it's people who like to eat, like to cook, and showing you the real deal. I like old Jack. This guy, he changed his life by changing how he eats. And he's been on a mission from God ever since to get the whole world to start eating more greens. And I like him a lot. Now, he does ramble on and on his videos quite a bit, but that's his style. And he does stuff that nobody else does. And he's focused with a passion on the things he really cares about, which is getting people to be more healthy by eating more greens. And I like his channel. I like his style. I like him as a person. He's got good stuff going on there on his channel. He's got a couple channels, I think. This is Kirsten Dirksen. I don't know if a lot of people know him, even though he's got a million subscribers, but still, I love architecture, particularly alternative architecture, and Kirsten focuses like a laser on alternative architecture, things you don't normally see, and she does it with a style that is very pleasant to watch. She has a beautiful interview style where she basically lets people tell you what you need to hear from them and doesn't really intervene too much. I like her channel, and her videos are one-of-a-kind, priceless videos. Well, not priceless, but they're at the top. Lurch 1E does specifically, exclusively, little masterpiece videos of sailing with duck punt boats. Now, he sort of distills the fun of sailing into really simple little one sail, flat bottom, easy to build duck punts in shallow water, like 3 inches sometimes, and he makes them masterfully. They're wonderful videos, pieces of art to watch. The most relaxing, pleasant videos that I watch are from Lurch 1E. Whenever he puts out a new one, I can't wait to watch it. You can tell I watch or like a video a lot if I don't watch it at a high speed. I watch his all at normal speed. This is Manland. I like Manland. He's kind of a friend of mine on YouTube. He does a lot of stuff I don't watch because I'm not a bushcrafter. I would be if I could, but I live in an apartment in a really congested area where if I start a fire outside, someone's going to call the police. I mean, he's got like 12 videos on how to make fire. I got a Zippo lighter, But the thing about Manland, He's a very funny guy. Sometimes he does comedy in his videos that I really enjoy, because comedy is so hard to do. If you don't think it's hard, you should try it yourself. And he also is a genuine, nice person. He's always trying to help other people on YouTube, and he's just a good guy. So I like Manland. Whenever he's got a video out, I may not watch a lot if it's about something I can't do, but if it's something funny, I'll watch it for sure. He's a good guy. Gravedigger Max, I don't think his channel is as good as some of the others that are really at the top, but I started watching Gravedigger Max at the beginning. He was the first one for video on metal detecting, and I still enjoy his videos. I also think people should recognize there's so many people out there now, when they're doing videos and they find a sinker, they call it gray matter, just like him, or they talk about depositors, or he's coined a lot of terms that people use in metal detecting videos that came from him. Now, nobody else uses the word meager like he does, because with his accent, I think he may get in trouble sometimes, because the word sounds a lot like something else. But he's a good guy, got a good channel. I've been watching him a long time. This is the McLaughlin group. John McLaughlin died. I watched him on PBS on Channel 2 from when they first started a couple of decades ago. And so many critics of the show overlooked it and was dismissive, because you had people talking over each other and kind of arguing, and all they saw was argument. But the thing about John McLaughlin is he would have 2 or 3, sometimes 4 topics each show, most of the time on things that oftentimes nobody else in the news was talking about, but was at the core of the problems that were being debated. He would also have a wonderful way of drawing out information from people that was very short, precise, because he didn't spend a lot of time. He cut people off and went to the next person or the next subject. He was completely in control. It was also, he would always have Pat Buchanan on, and Pat, whatever, if you like him or don't like him, he was right about a lot of stuff. Not so much maybe the social things. People disagree with him a lot on that. I'm not going to argue, but on like the wars that we got into, we shouldn't get in, that he was against, or the trade issues that hollowed out our country, or the massive unending immigration that nobody seems to have a way to explain why we continue to need all these people. Pat Buchanan has been right about a lot of things, and this is one of the few shows he was ever able to talk about things that were important to the country, I think, and at the same time have people who were liberals and had the other point of view, and be able to balance out what was being said and discuss and debate it. Because nowadays, on a lot of these shows, you can't even debate or discuss something, because it's like echo chamber. John McLaughlin wasn't echo chamber. He was a unique person. I kind of miss him. He was a goofy son of a gun. You never knew what he was going to say or what he was going to do. And he had a really unusual style, but it was unlike anything else that was on television. That's why I watched it for so long. Now that he's gone, they have other people take over as the host. I don't think they're quite as good, but I still do watch the show. It's in a short half hour, you go into depth on both sides of the issue, and that's something that doesn't happen on other shows. This is Dr. Greger. He's got a book, How Not to Die. I've learned a lot from him. I don't agree with him on everything, but I've incorporated a lot of his stuff, and I'm going to continue. I've learned a lot. I think I'm going to continue learning from him. He's one of the better assets on YouTube, if you ask me. Pam is my neighbor. I just found out a few months ago she started making videos. I don't watch the show. She watches a lot of stuff on Netflix and cable. And then she does music videos with them. And on some of them, she's got quite a few, like thousands of viewers. And she only started a few months ago. And I think she has some training in television production and film and stuff. So this isn't her film. She's had music that she edited to, and it's very popular with people who watch the shows. So if you're interested into the shows that she likes, you might want to check out her channel. Tell her Rob sent you. This is old Paul Elkins. He's a do-it-yourselfer, but he's at a level much, much higher than me and most people, actually, on YouTube. He doesn't make a lot of videos, but when he does make one, it's about something he conjured up and he produced, and he's showing people what he did, and you never know what you're going to find. It's always entertaining and fun to watch. Are very creative and very enjoyable. This is Paul, Life in Thailand. I met him. We were both commenting on a channel we both like, Muggsy Jeff, a guy who doesn't comment anymore the last few years. Lived in Australia with his wife. He grew a lot of stuff on his property, on his yard, and he was a fisherman. He basically ate everything he grew in his yard or caught on his boat, and he had the most wonderful, unusual recipes for making things of things he grew or harvested that nobody else eats, and I thought he was fascinating. I met Paul, started corresponding back and forth, and I saw he had a channel. I started watching it, and Paul lives in Thailand. He used to live in Canada. He's been a fisherman, many other things, and he does videos that people don't normally see. He does like the bus depot in Thailand, or the outdoor market in this little city nobody goes to, and they're really fun things you see that not stuff that tourists go to. He's got some other channels too, but I like this one most of all. And he also has a farm where he shows the stuff he does on the farm. He raises fish. He does all sorts of things there in Thailand that it's not for tourists. It's just for people who live there. It's very interesting. You might want to check him out. This is a person, I love music, and I've been collecting a lot of music. This person puts on a lot of albums. I don't know how longer people are going to be able to do this, or you're going to be able to take advantage of it, but he has some of the most interesting albums, blues or jazz, that I've come across, and I thought it was worth mentioning. This is Old Prepper Potpourri. I'm in the prepper community, and Old Prepper, she is in a way sort of like me. She likes helping people. At least if you look at her videos, it seems that's what she likes most. Is she doesn't make videos about herself, or oh, look at this, or she more or less information videos on things that help people, help them in their life and so on, or observations about things in life that might help people too. She's always got interesting things on her channel. You might want to check her out. This is another prepper I've just started watching too. I haven't watched her long as Potpourri though. Prepper Princess. This guy, Rusty Junk, he is building a small boat, a metal boat, a Chinese rigged junk boat in his yard by himself. A lot of the stuff he's doing, I don't think he's ever done before. A lot of the stuff he's doing, he's making up as it goes along, and he's improvising and sort of coming up with new ways of doing things on boats, which people usually do not do. I love his channel. A lot of people might be critical because you don't do this or you don't do that, but we're going to find out. And he's not talking about it. He's doing it all by himself. He's a do-it-yourselfer above my level. He's doing things that I couldn't do, or I've never done for sure. But he's not letting things stop him. He's wanting to do things, and he's doing them, and he's showing how he's doing them. And I've learned a few things, and I'm fascinated how his boat's going to turn out, because he's like his rudder and his mast is not the way I've seen anybody else do it ever. So it's really interesting to see how things are going to turn out. I think it's an enjoyable channel. This is Salty Shellback. What can I say about Salty? Well, he likes Little Debbie snack cakes. I like Little Debbie snack cakes. He likes pork rinds. I like pork rinds. He likes shooting guns. I like shooting guns. He likes to subscribe to Manic Mark when there's only 350 people. I like subscribing to Manic Mark. He likes subscribing to Brad at BC Truck, where thousands and thousands of people subscribe, and I like subscribing to Brad. So, I don't know, maybe he's related to me some way. We're connected, but that's all I got to say about Salty. What else do you need to know? I enjoy it. You never know what you're going to find on Salty's channel, but yeah, we enjoy the same things, so I have to give him a shout out. This is someone new I started watching just within a month or so ago. He doesn't have hardly any subscribers, but he makes some of the most interesting, fun projects of anybody on YouTube out of just scrap, just bare stuff. He's a wonderful do-it-yourselfer, a wonderful improviser. I think he's going to have a big channel. He does a lot of really cool stuff, but he does it in a way where, you ever know that pretty girl that never realized how pretty she is? This guy, he doesn't know how good he is at improvising stuff. He is excellent improviser and excellent do-it-yourselfer. I may end up actually featuring him on my channel. I think I may. I will see what happens. He's that good. What can I say about Scotty? I'm addicted to this guy. A lot of his stuff is clickbait. It's the same stuff like the worst cars ever made, only stupid people. I think he's done this before, but if he does it again next month, I'm going to watch it again. I can't help myself. I like Scotty. I've heard people say, oh, he's not a good mechanic in this, a lot of bad. I love Scotty. He's helped people, thousands and thousands and thousands of people. He's helped with the questions and answers they leave on his channel and on his show. Scotty's okay in my book. All right. But I am getting tired of this. Ford changes the game. This is Slowpoke Travel. This is not Chuck. This is Buck and Camera Girl. They have one of my favorite channels that I feature on my channel that I said over here, Chef Buck, and he's got another one that I feature on my channel, and I wasn't going to talk about the stuff or the people I feature on my channel, but this is a separate channel on travel. So if you like Buck's cooking channel or his comedy channel that he never does anymore, but I don't blame him. It's comedy is so hard to do and nobody watches. But yeah, you might want to check out Slowpoke Travel. It's such a beautiful title for a name for a channel. Tell him Rob sent you. Give it a swing outdoors. Is new to me. He doesn't have hardly any subscribers, and he doesn't have a lot of videos, but there is no fisherman on YouTube that is more passionate a fisherman than Smith. The man has a room in his house dedicated to his fishing rods and reels. Do I need to say more? He's also a wonderful, friendly person and neat guy. I really think he's going to end up having a really nice channel if he hangs in there. It's not easy. There's so many million views, videos put up every day. Like, it's hard to get anybody to watch. But I think if he hangs in there, he may end up. If not, the passion of what he does really comes across, and it's enjoyable to see that. And I'm happy to support him any way I can. This guy is Stephen Keyes. I gave his book to all my family members at Christmas before last. He wrote a book on how to license products that you come up and invent with, things you invent. And he's also got a ton of videos showing people how to do the same thing. If you ever have a product, an invention you'd like to make into a product and license it to someone, you need to watch his channel and you need to read his book. He's an excellent guy. Steve's Outdoor World is an unknown channel for a reason I have no idea. He lives in Florida like I do, and he's got a lot of videos on different subjects. He goes into detail about them. He has an extremely large amount of knowledge on the things he talks about, and a lot of them are things nobody talks about. He does a lot of bee stuff. He does hunting. He does bows, archery. He does hunting. He does fishing. I like his fishing stuff. He went into I learned more about his mullet fishing than I would in a book. He's an expert at a lot of stuff. He also has a lot of do-it-yourself homemade remedies and potions and nostrums and salves and different things for your health that I've not seen anybody else do. So he's a do-it-yourself guy down to his bones. And why he doesn't have more viewers, I have no idea. Everything he talks about, you can tell he has a lot of knowledge. There's a lot of verisimilitude. He knows what he's talking about, and he does it in a very pleasant way. And he he has a lot of good information. He's good at getting it across. Like I said, when he talked about smoking fish, he got right to the point, and he showed how to do it. And he didn't spend all day. And when he was done, you knew how to smoke fish. Good channel, good guy. I think more people should check him out. This is another one I may end up featuring on my channel. Tech Moon, I like his review videos. Whenever I do a review video, I always wish that I could do it half as good as he does. He is excellent at what he does, and even if he's reviewing something I've never used, I probably never will, I'll oftentimes end up watching his channel. The Idahoan, I just started watching this middle of this year. He started doing some videos on homemade do-it-yourself body armor. He's willing to try all sorts of things that I don't think anybody else is doing. You never know what you're going to have on his channel. A very interesting person. I think if you like guns, you may want to give his channel. He also does religious stuff, or the Bible. So if he was doing some psalms or something, you never know what you're going to find on his channel. But interesting person. He's definitely a YouTube character. I think. Well, heck, I think he's got more subscribers than I do. So he's more popular than I made him sound. I like him. I like his channel. And whenever he asks anyone, I'm going to watch it just to see what he's up to. This is the Prudent Gal. She started just a short while ago. She's already got close to 1,500 subscribers. It's been fun watching her channel grow. Little by little, she's making more. She does her thumbnails. I don't even do thumbnails. She's doing everything she can to make her channel grow. And little by little, it's growing. It's fun to watch it grow. And she's a very nice person, and has some really good cooking videos. So you want to check her out. I think this is the last one. Way Out West blog. They're a group of people that live in Ireland, West Ireland, and they actually made a sailboat, which I first started watching their channel because of the sailboat. Whenever I watch their channel, it's about their farm and their animals and things they do and the things they grow, but there is nobody on YouTube that makes me more comfortable or relaxed after I finish watching because of the way they narrate their videos. They have a slight Irish accent, but they also speak with a sort of a cadence and a rhythm and a certain slow pace. And when I watch their show, they enunciate every syllable of every word of every sentence. And that, after a while, becomes very comfortable way of speaking. And sometimes I think maybe my channel could be made better by narrating in a way that I wasn't speaking quite so fast or going on quite so long, and I got to the point at the same time, made sure that every word was pronounced in a way that everyone listening could understand what I said. And that's how it goes on Way Out West. They enunciate every single freaking syllable, and every single word is clear as a bell, and I love them for it. I think if you want to know how people should sound, as far as I'm concerned, you want to check out Way Out West. Plus, they're beautiful, wonderful, nice people. They do a quality channel, quality videos. Check them out. It's like visiting some really nice people, some friends, and hanging out for a while. Check them out. Well, guys, I think that's it. Those are more or less the people last year I watched a lot. I know I'm going to forget. I left out somebody. In that case, next week I'm going to review, for those people who may have never heard me review these people, the people I feature on my channel. I think I may be adding a couple new ones next week, and I'll go over the old ones and tell you why I think these are super people. I've got like 7 or 8. You can't see the other ones down here at the bottom. This is old also. I have more than 13,000 subscribers. and 4 million views. I think I have quite a few more than that, but that's not important. What's important is the people that are watching and listening right now. All right, guys, I hope this is something you enjoyed. I enjoyed it. I hope my camera gets fixed or the new one comes in soon so I can start making some other videos. And check out the people I mentioned in the video today if you like. And I put on new videos every week. I've been doing it for about 13 years now and got close to 800 videos. All right, guys, it's been fun. And 2020 is going to be great. See you out there.